me, Big Mo. Welcome to the Lawn Stars. One thing that makes me want to get rid of a yard or drop a yard, discontinue service on a yard, is if I can't make it look decent and it's not anything in my control. And it's not in my control. And this would be a good example of it. The only reason I keep doing it is because I've been mowing for them for years at another location, and a tornado hit their house and then they moved here. But this yard is, the way it is now, is pretty much impossible to make it look good. And that is because of overwatering. I do what I can. We weed eat a lot of spots, but there's literally spots in the yard that you can't even walk on it. And not to mention that it's a crazy, stupid, crazy hill here that this camera will do absolutely no justice to, but it's a very steep hill. So, and I'll show you this, like over here, just soaking wet, you know, and it hadn't rained here in days and days. So, I mean, it hadn't been a drought, but it hadn't rained in days. And I've told them, you know, that you're overwatering, but some people just don't get the hint, you know, that you don't have to water your yards every day. And so at some point, if you keep doing it, there has to reach a point where you just say it is what it is. They get what they get, you know, and it's going to be stuff like that, you know, tore up spots and everything. I mean, what can you do, you know? Not gonna weed eat the whole yard, you know, it's ridiculous. This spot right here, have to weed eat because it's, show you. See how wet it is. Classic overwatering. There's not a leak. Look at this. Just overwatering. And so I've had to reach that point with this yard, and that is that it is what it is. They get what they get. All I can do is tell them, hey, you're overwatering, and if they keep overwatering it, that's what happens. So anyway, guys, let's go mow something else. I'm over this yard. Let's go mow something else, and I'll get back with you after that. See you then.
Johnny went out walking and he hitched for a ride. He came across a pretty girl who took him inside. Johnny asked the pretty girl if he could take her hand. She became his wife and they bought a piece of land. Well, they raised up a family and they raised up the wood. They built their first cottage and it held like it should. Johnny told the pretty girl, darling, I love you so. She looked back at Johnny and said, Johnny boy, I know. And we all shine a light, little darling. We all want someone. We're all afraid of tomorrow just a little. We all dance circles around the sun till it's done, and you're the one. Johnny went out one day with a shotgun by his side. His family, they didn't trust him to keep them all alive. He stumbled upon a black bear and knocked down his gun. Johnny couldn't reach it, so he fixed up to run. The bear caught up to Johnny, knocked him to the ground. Johnny thought of his little girl and he beat that bear down. Well, the moral of the story, if there's a woman by his side, there's nothing that a man won't do just to stay alive, stay alive. And we all shine a light, little darling. We all want someone. We're all afraid of tomorrow, just a little. We all dance circles around the sun. And we all shine a light, little darling. We all want someone. We're all afraid of tomorrow, just a little. And we all dance circles around the sun till it's done. And you're the one.
Alrighty then. I have a question for you now. Have you ever had anyone mow one of your yards that you mow? Yeah, it's a weird question. It made me think of this as I was talking to DLT from DLT Lawn Care, and he was telling me a story that another lawn care service had told him yesterday. And I'm paraphrasing, you know, I don't know the exact story, I can't remember it exactly, but apparently this guy mows this place, and then they called him and said, hey, are you mowing? He goes over there, and there's some other dude mowing the grass, and they're scalping the crap out of it. You know, he does it on 4 inches, and they were doing it on like 2+ inches. And I was like, hey dude, what are you doing? It was some 50-year-old guy out there mowing, and he's like, what are you doing? You know, what are you doing? And he's like, oh, I just got new blades, or just sharpened the blades, or whatever it was, and just testing them out on somebody else's grass and scalping the crap out of it. And he's like, dude, I mow this on 4. I'm gonna have to, it's gonna take weeks for this to get back right with you doing that. So that was very strange. But I had a situation, made me think of this. I had a situation a few years ago with a customer, and went to do the yard one week, and it was already mowed. So what would you do? You call them up. Hey, you know, have you got someone else mowing? Did you mow it yourself? Do I need to not come anymore? And he was like, no, you know, I have no idea what you're talking about. I thought you mowed it. So that was weird. So I go back to mow it the next week, and once again, it had been mowed. I call him up, hey man, you know, your yard got mowed again. What's going on? He's totally perplexed. You know, I have no idea, you know, what's happening. So I go back the next week, and it was not cut. So the only thing I can think of is maybe it was a lawn service that hired people to mow for them, and they got the address wrong and were mowing the wrong yard. And I guess after a couple weeks, the yard they were supposed to be mowing called up and said, hey, I thought you were going to mow our yard. It's been like 2 weeks. And so they caught on then, so they didn't mow it, and it never happened again. So it was very, very weird. But also on the yard that we did, on the grass that we mowed, the last video, it's on that main street, it's a business. Every once in a while, I have no idea why, there will be one strip mowed on the outer corner. There will be one strip mowed. Just sometimes, and I have no idea why. You know, you think maybe the city does it for some reason, but it'll be like only on that one, you know. So I haven't figured that one out yet. And I noticed yesterday that I always drive by it every day because it's on the main road there. One of the Chattanooga Ninjas accounts is a church. I'm sure you've seen him mow before. And occasionally I'll go by there and just glance over. I wonder if the Ninja's over there. And there'll be a strip, and it's on that same road. There'll be a strip mowed on the church. I think, is he here? And just mowed a strip, but he's not there. So I mean, I'm assuming that same thing happens there. So it's just a weird oddity. But guys, have you ever had that situation where someone has took it upon themselves to mow one of your properties for no dang good reason? You know, if you have had that happen, let me know in the comments below. I would like to hear the story. And until next time, guys, be safe out there. Just hang in there. I know that you know, people are getting burnt out. We're all getting kind of burnt out this time of year, but fall is quickly arriving. It'll be here before you know it, and then it'll be winter, and then in the winter we'll be all wanting to work again and chomping at the bit to work again. So just hang in there, eat your Wheaties, take your vitamins, drink your water and your Gatorade, and all that jazz. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ring the bell, and even hit the thanks if you want to. And until next time, Big Mo signing off. Boop.
Johnny went out walking and he hitched for a ride. He came across a pretty girl.